Learn to let people stay where they're choosing to stay. Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Oniara, and I talk everything self-mastery, personal development, and just my everyday life experiences and how I learn from them to incorporate these lessons into my life to live a more purposeful and fulfilling life. Today, I want to talk about how to learn to leave people exactly where they're choosing to be in their lives. And this is mostly for those of us that are on a personal development path or a personal growth path. And when we encounter someone in our path that we feel they're struggling, and we feel like we might have something to say to them that can help them better themselves or better the situation, and we want to share so that they can also be better because we have found a better way. And then these people are like completely defending their limitations and just validating all the reasons why they are where they are and why they're going to stay there, basically. And I know that for me, I encountered this a lot of times in my journey of wanting to still convince this person, hey, there is a better way. Hey, there's a different way to look at this. And so I've had to learn, and I came across this reminder today in my life, literally, on how we have to learn to leave people exactly where they're choosing to be. And the key word here is choosing, because we're all choosing where we are in our lives, because we're all creating where we are in our lives. And I'm going to tell you a little story so you can understand a little bit better of how I got reminded of this in my own life. I met a girl on Thursday, and I had never met this girl. And we kind of are going through the same process in some type of program. And I had started my process on Wednesday. And basically, I had seen a lot of success already. And I told her, like, I shared with her, hey, I've seen so much success with my process. I'm like excited about it, whatever. And she's like, oh, I'm using another program with another process, and hers wasn't working so well. So I told her mine is working successfully, and she was like, okay, I'll join yours. So when she literally joined on Friday. So I met her Thursday. I had started my process on Wednesday, and on Friday she started her own process. When she started her process, she didn't really see any results on that first day. So she texted me, she said, hey, I haven't seen any results. I really hope it works. I really need this to work. And just, I'm saying this so that you can remember the words that this person is using, so that I can come back to this at the end and you can understand what I'm trying to say. So this person tells me this, and I tell them, hey, give it time. Like, look, it's worked for me. Like, it's going to work. I'm telling you, like, it's worked, you know? This person, the next day, I don't talk to them. And then another day goes by, and then they text me and they're like, hey, you have to pay for this program. And they're like, I paid for the program. They had given me like a day for free to try the program. So that's the day that I texted you. And then this morning, so the next day after her free day, she texted me, she's like, I paid it this morning and I still haven't gotten any results. Like, and I'm like, okay, just give it a chance. Like I said, I literally sent her like a video recording of all my results, because I had gotten very good results. And so I had told her, like, look, like, it's possible, like, it works, you know, like, give it time. And then she was like, yeah, I really hope it works. 2 days go by. So I text her, and since I saw more results for me this week, I'm like, maybe she saw results. So I text her, I'm like, hey, how's it going? Have you seen results? And she's like, I still haven't seen any results. It looks like they're giving you all the results. Guys, please listen, pay attention to the wording and the things that she's saying with her sentences, with her answers. It's so important, the words that we're using, because we get to realize the belief systems that we have. Okay? And then to this point, I had not said anything about how I had noticed that she was limiting her own self with her wording. So when you're limiting yourself with your wordings, I can see that you already have these belief systems in place that are limiting you instead of empowering you. Okay? And this is what's creating your life. And so I sent her a message and I'm like, hey, love, all I can really say is that I've noticed that from the beginning, you've been like doubting the process. You've been doubting, you've been in this fear mode of like, I need this to work, I need this to work. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I invite you to look at the way that you're viewing this, because I believe in God. And so in my message, I said, I don't know what you believe in. I don't know if you believe in energy. I don't know if you believe in God, but I do. When we ask God for things, a lot of us are like, and she told me, yeah, I pray. It's like a lot of us are asking God and praying to God, asking for what we need, asking for what we want. And then we go on about our lives doubting that God will provide those things that we have asked for. And so we don't understand that God has created the perfect creator. That's who we are. We are creators. We are also creating our lives. And so we will be validated in the beliefs that we have because we are creating our lives. And so if we believe that we're lacking, and if we believe and we can't see the abundance around us, then we will continue to create experiences where we are lacking, where we are needing. So when you continue to nurture this feeling of needing, you continue to create experiences where you feel need, because you don't get in life what you want, you get who you are. So if you're a person that's always in need, you will always be a person that's always in need if you continue to feed that mindset and that perspective. It's not about, I'll see it till I believe it. It's believe it so that you can see it. That's how it works. What you believe is what you start seeing in your lives. And if you don't change your beliefs, if you don't become aware of the belief systems that are limiting you, you don't become aware of how you continue a cycle in your life and you continue to live the same thing over and over again. And so like, it's finding a strategy. What is the strategy that I can use to move from fear to trust, from fear to faith, right? It's not that I'm lucky. It's just that I am expecting different results. I am expecting to be provided for. I have the faith to be provided for. All of us practice faith every single day of our lives, whether we're aware of it or not. Because when we get up from our beds, right? For those of us that can walk, when we get up from our beds and we get up and we don't even think about it. We just get up and we walk. We are having the faith that our legs are going to work, that our body is going to work, and we are going to get up and walk. When we are getting in our cars and we're driving somewhere, we are having the faith that we are going to make it safely to that destination. So we have to nurture faith. We have to learn to move from fear back to faith. Fear will always show up. That will always be there. And so the only thing that we get better at is not getting rid of the fear. We don't ever get rid of the fear. Those thoughts, those fearful thoughts, they're going to come up. They're a part of the human experience. And the only thing that we have control over is the strategies that we have set in place and the practices that we have set in place to move from that fear back to trust, back to love, back to God. And so back to the point of learning how to leave these people where they're choosing to be is some people, when you bring these things up, some people are going to receive it and some people are going to defend their limitations. And our job is to learn to remember that some of the things that we have to say and share with others are going to trigger them, and some of them are going to inspire them. And both of those things are medicine. Both the inspiration and both the trigger are bringing medicine to this person and to you. And your job is to accept and meet this person where they're at. If they're where they're at and they want to stay there, accept them. It's not your job to change them. I feel like in my journey, I feel like I can help everyone and I can save everyone at some point. I've had to learn, no, some people do not want to be saved. Some people like to be where they are. That is obviously where they're still there. What makes me happy doesn't make you happy. What's fulfilling for me might not be fulfilling for you, because we all have different desires. We all have different likes. We all have different dislikes. As we get to know ourselves, as we gather new information, we might change our likes and dislikes again, and we might change it again. Since we're constantly changing, we can't take the job of changing or saving someone from what we believe is not a fulfilling or happy life. Because for them, drama, and for them, lack and fear might be what fulfills them, because that's just what they're used to, and they haven't wanted to try something different. Like, they haven't disliked where they are for enough to make a change. And so our job to be able to learn to leave people where they are is that when they're not receiving what we're bringing to them, that mirror, that medicine, We have to learn to accept them where they are and leave them where they are. It's not our job to convince them to be somewhere else. Thank you for watching. And remember, learning to leave people where they are because they're choosing to stay there. Still be yourself, still share what you want to share, still share your message, what you believe you came here to share, your truth. And then remember that not everybody's going to receive it or needs to receive it, and that it's not your job to convince anybody to live a different life than what you believe, because you don't have the absolute, I don't have the absolute truth, you don't have the absolute truth. And so everybody has their own reality, everybody has their own perspective, everybody has their own experience based on their own beliefs, their own fears, their own childhood traumas, everything. And so this was just a reminder to remember to accept people where they are and to leave them where they are if they're choosing to stay there. I love you. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. And remember to subscribe, like, or share, or comment. And I hope you have a magical day wherever you are, at whatever time it is. And see you next time.